This is the one I want you to pay attention to. This is Evan on his first day of 2nd grade, and he is 7 years old. And when I took that picture and looked at it later, I was like, oh my gosh, he looks like a little man. And I sent it to my friends from across the country who don't get to see him growing up, and I got all sorts of remarks like, Evan's got swag. But what I see in that picture, he loves pockets. Little kids love pockets because they pick up treasures and usually dirty rocks and other things you wish they would pick up. But Evan loves pockets, and I've come to learn that he puts his hands in his pockets when he's nervous. And so people see swag and they see girls behind them, and I see my baby who is nervous. And it terrifies me because he is a big boy and he's going to look like Michael Brown when he's 15 or 16. And he puts his hands in his pockets. Black men who put their hands in their pockets get shot. And so I try to keep his hands full and busy. We have to change this narrative. He asked me how old he would be when Donald Trump, he asked me how old he would be in 8 years, and I said 15, and he said, am I going to be alive when Donald Trump leaves office? And I said, oh baby, we're going to pray for 4 years. But what a question for a 7-year-old to have to make, because he knows that 15-year-old boys are not alive who look like him. That's where I'm going to leave you. This is not going to be his narrative. His narrative, my dream, is that he's going to stand on the steps of the house where the GTC kids came to recruit me. The house from which I can see the land that we bought. I can see the greenhouse that we built. And when he stands on that porch with his child, and maybe his friend Rory's child, his story won't be, my story was, when I was a kid, parents did this, everybody took care of us, we had everything we need. The story of children now is, we don't have grocery stores, we don't have trees, we don't have food growing in our communities. Evan's story to his children will be, you know, it wasn't like this when we were young. You didn't have good food in your schools like you have now. You didn't have all these berry bushes growing all over the neighborhood that anybody could eat from. You didn't have that big grocery store where GTC's produce is set aside and New Westchester produce is set aside. You didn't have any of that. But the reason you have that now, the reason we have a neighborhood where all the neighbors look different and say hi to you and care about you and know your name, is because your grandmother and Miss Ann and Mr. Neftali and all the people in this room did the work they needed to do to make it different. That is going to be the narrative that I believe we are all going to create, even if it kills you.